Good morning, חברים. Chayé Moharan, resh nun gimel. אמר, כל מה שרוצים לעשות בשבילי, יש על זה כמה וכמה מניות. 253. Said Rabbeinu, anything that you want to do for him, anything that is for the Rebbe, that is because the Rebbe said, Yesh al ze miniyot, kama v'kama miniyot. There are many, many obstacles to do anything for Rabbeinu. Ki kama v'kama umdim v'orvim lazeh. There are many that are standing in your way not to let you accomplish. Likalkel oto hadavar sherotzim lasot bishvili. To ruin anything that should be done for me doesn't necessarily mean people. It means miniyot, spiritual obstacles. Ki lehefech, shenaseh oto hadavar, mikabrin v'yokin mizeh kama v'kama, v'hem omdim mitzapim shenigmar hanaseh hadavar, v'zeh numat zeh. Anything we do for the Rebbe is not only helping this world, it's helping all the worlds. Chazal say if the Goyim would know how beneficial the Beit HaMikdash and the Korbanot are for them, they want good lives, they would build us the Beit HaMikdash and force us to bring the Korbanot. What we do, Am Yisrael, is affecting the whole world, that there should be good in the whole world. Now, when we're doing for the Tzaddik Emet, it's the same thing. The one who's really telling us what Hashem wants in the world is the Tzaddik. So anything involved for him is many, many worlds. This world and other worlds are teluyim on zeh, depend on this. So since there's so many that have to benefit, zelu matzeh sarukim. There is always an equal balance of good and bad. There is an equal balance of nisayon, of being tested, of the test. So the amount of good that there is to come out of it, well, that's the amount of difficulty that there is in doing it. They start a story of Rabbi Avraham Sternhartz. Maybe they even say it on different tzaddikim. To check the source of it. But the idea is true. Rabbi Avraham was a Rav in Kremenchuk. And once there was a Pidyon Shvuyim. Pidyon Shvuyim means they captured a Jew. They captured two Bachurim. Kidnap. And they want to ransom them. So they come to ransom them. They want a big amount of money for the community, or obviously when there is such a thing, they go to the Rav. The Rav right away goes out of his house and he starts to knock on the door in the middle of Russia needing money for the Pidyon Shvuyim. We need $1 million to let them free. So he goes to the first guy, I need from you, I think you can give 5,000. Says, Rebbe, for that mitzvah I'm giving you 20,000. He goes to the next guy, I need from you 10,000. I'm giving you 50. And within half an hour he had all the money. At the end of half an hour, he gave the money back to his shamash. He said, okay, give it back to all the people who gave me money. I don't need this money. Just bring me the yeshiva boys and bring them with bats. So that's what happened. When it's the time in the morning to meet the robbers, the stealers, the kidnappers, so he says, he gives a whistle to the boys in the back to come out from back of the building and come with the bats to come beat up the guys. When they saw that, they let go, they ran away, and they admitted, they confessed that it was not a real kidnapping. It was a hoax. It was a heist. It was a trick. It was a sketch in ruse. Why? That means that the Bachuim, the Jewish boys, went to the Goyim, say, listen, our rabbis, they give a lot of money if you kidnap us. So kidnap us and we're going to be able to split the money. It was a trick. So when they asked the Rav afterwards, how did you know? You're a prophet? He said, no, I'm not a prophet. Just, we learned from Rabbeinu that every mitzvah, the greater the mitzvah, the more obstacles. The greatest tzedakah in all the mitzvot of tzedakah is to save a kidnapped person, Pidyon Shvuyim. So when I was going to go collect money, it should have been very hard. The fact that it was so easy, that means there was not a big mitzvah. So when I saw that people were throwing money at me to do the mitzvah Pidyon Shvuyim, I realized it's not a mitzvah for this. So I said it's not real, it's a sketch, and that's how I figured it out. The bigger something is, the more obstacles you have. Now you understand that, why is it so hard for us to build a building here? We're trying for a lot of time. You know this little room that we have here? You know how many years we had to work to get this little tiny room? The Breslov Center for 25 years. 20 years was only that room over there. And that means that you can't have shiurim. because there's one minyan, another minyan. It's hard to have a lot of Torah downstairs, upstairs, Shabbat. We got this place, it filled up overnight. As soon as we got this place, the yeshiva came in, the minyan started working, the shurim started working. But you know how hard it was? And what is this little room? Another shul. The amount of Torah we have over here, we should have the biggest building in Montreal. We should have the biggest place. But there's so many miniyot. To put one nail in a makom for Breslev, it's easier to build a building for another shul. To put one nail, to paint the wall, it's so hard for the inyan of Rabbeinu, because the inyan of Rabbeinu is so much depends on this. If people would have these diburim, if people would have these chizukim that we have, everybody does tshuva. So the Yetzirah doesn't want to let it happen. So he's going to make everything hard. That's what he's saying here. There's so much to gain, that's why it's so hard. And this is on small things. And we're not talking about big things like building a shul. We're not talking about going to even small things that Rabbeinu said. You know, if you tell a guy speak to God, it's really easy, right? Once it's Rabbi Nachman said speak to God, now it's very hard, right? Learn halacha every day. Now Rabbeinu said learn halacha every day. It becomes very hard because it's coming from the Rebbe. So now there's a lot of minyot. So you got to be akshan, you got to be strong. You got to have all the tricks up your sleeve to be able to accomplish it. In general, whenever you're a group of people doing something, it's easier. One person alone is very weak, but together we're strong. One guy, what can he do? But we're all together, nobody can break us. So that's one itzah, a lot to pray for it. Even if you can't accomplish what the Rebbe said, to pray for it. Also to know, to realize that people want to do great things, but it's not connected to Rabbeinu, it's good. But if it's connected to Rabbeinu, even the smallest thing for Rabbeinu could be greater than something big somewhere else. To realize how much we have and how much there's obstacles. And that's why it's easier than other places. So easy over here. Yes. But what does the world have to gain from the Rebbe? Bezrat Hashem, Hashem will give us strength and koach to be mutzi mekoach and upon all the things. Traveling to Uman. It's easy to travel to Uman. You would think it's just to take a flight. It's never easy. I've been to Uman, I think 50 times to Uman. It's never ever easy. Never. Why? It should be easy to go. It's for Rabbeinu, it's hard. But the hard is because there's so much to gain. And the hard actually makes you appreciate it. Hashem will help us.